12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
And we begin tonight with a weather impact alert as we continue to track monsoon storms across parts of the valley. Our 12 News weather tracker is live right now near Scottsdale. This is at the Loop 101 and the 51, and it looks like the rain is coming down pretty steady there. We've been seeing flashes of sporadic lightning here and there all across the valley. And of course, we have that smell of rain in the air.
Take a look at this video from Santan Valley. This was on our 12 News Weather Watchers Facebook page. Some pretty good rain coming down in the neighborhood earlier this evening, and that storm packed plenty of thunder and lightning with it as well. And in Mesa, lightning caused a palm tree to catch fire. Jackie Blackburn sent us this video tonight saying it happened near Stapley and University. This comes as about 2,000 customers across APS and SRP are without power tonight due to the storms in Scottsdale and the Metro Phoenix area. And
now to the other part of our monsoon, which involves dust. We saw quite a bit of that moving through the valley this evening as well. This is a time lapse of downtown Phoenix. This is covering about 30 minutes or so from 6:45 just until about 7:15. And you can see all of that dust moving into the area, making it a little hard to see off into the distance there as the sun started to go down. Our 12 News weather tracker got first-hand looks at that dust around 7 o'clock. This was on the Loop 101 near McKellips Road. Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Caribe Divine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Let's get right to your weather impact forecast as we track any remaining storm activity tonight. Meteorologist Lindsay Riley is here breaking it all down for us. Lindsay, what are you seeing?
Well, we're still seeing some showers and thunderstorms. You saw it on the tracker out in Scottsdale. Here's the latest radar. Not done with the rain and storms yet, but nothing is severe. And you can see this line extending from the West Valley all the way out to Fountain Hills, and the general track is to the south and east. So if you live out toward Gilbert, Chandler, Tempe, expect some of these cells to move into your neighborhood over the next 30 minutes to an hour. But you can see some heavy downpours coming down right now over I-17, North Scottsdale along the 101, seeing some heavy downpours as well. Further to the south, these thunderstorms down in Pinal County are moving to the south and east away from the valley. So what you're seeing in Casa Grande, that is moving south and east. As far as the high country is concerned, a lot of what we had earlier starting to fizzle out. So actually in the valley and Pinal County is where we're seeing the most active weather across the state. Much of the rim as well as the White Mountains clearing out at this point, and even northern Arizona, just a few sprinkles left over. You can see the majority of the showers in Phoenix and also headed down I-10 toward the Tucson area. As far as our rain chances are concerned in the Phoenix area, about another hour and a half to go. By midnight, our chances drop off to about 10%. We will be dry through the morning drive tomorrow, and we'll have another slight chance for a storm tomorrow. Caribe?
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Only on 12 News, a missing mother out of Buckeye is believed to be somewhere out in the desert. Police have searched by air and ground, but still have not found her. Tonight, 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke exclusively with her father, who tells us that he isn't going anywhere until he learns what happened to her.
Mark, Caribe, the family is understandably heartbroken to learn their loved one, 46-year-old Hope Tucker, is missing. Now, this case was just recently brought to the attention of the Buckeye Police Department, but Tucker's son, who was the last person to see her alive, says this whole situation happened more than a month ago.
Hey, Dad, appreciate you for always being there.
Leroy Tucker reading the last conversation he had with his daughter, Hope.
Pray you enjoy the day, pray for me, start my new job.
It was sent to him on Mother's Day, shortly before she disappeared.
You see these things on TV or hear these stories, and now here I'm at, wondering where my daughter is and will I see her again.
He lives in California and just learned about it a few days ago when a Valley hospital called him and said they had his grandson, Tayshawn.
And I was like just shocked.
Tucker immediately flew to Phoenix to get him. Tayshawn is also Hope's son. He has autism and is nonverbal. However, he did tell his grandfather that he was the last person to see his mom alive.
He said that she passed.
According to Buckeye Police, Hope and Tayshawn were driving on May 22nd when their car broke down on I-10 near Verrado Way in Buckeye. With no air conditioning, they decided to get out and look for shade.
He shared with me that they found some kind of hillside and a tree, and they laid down to have a nap or whatever like that. And then he says she just stopped breathing.
Tayshawn, believing his mother had died, Tucker said his grandson tried to get back to the car to get water, but got lost.
He just told me he just kept on walking.
It wouldn't be until 2 days later when police were called to this gas station 5 miles from the car and found Tayshawn severely dehydrated, taking him to a nearby hospital to recover, where he stayed for close to a month before revealing to Tucker what happened to his mom. Shortly after police were notified, a massive search effort for Hope started using drones, ATVs, and helicopters.
I miss her, and I love her. I wish I was here to give her a hug.
Even after what Tayshawn said, Tucker isn't giving up,
But I'm just hoping for hope.
taking care of his grandson as they wait for answers.
I'm not going anywhere until we know for sure what's going on.
Tucker told me that Hope is 6'2" and has multiple Christian-themed tattoos on her arms. He believes that someone knows where she is, asking anyone with information to give police a call. We're in the newsroom. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thanks. The man convicted of killing a University of Arizona professor has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Last month, former U of A grad student Murad Dervish was convicted of shooting Professor Thomas Meixner. Documents reveal that Meixner was shot more than 10 times. Months before the shooting, Dervish had been expelled for ongoing issues with professors after he received a bad grade. Meixner's wife says today's sentence won't bring her husband back. She's now looking towards supporting red flag laws that would make it tougher for people like Dervish to own and use a gun.
For the first time, 3 GOP candidates running for Maricopa County Recorder faced off in a debate. Incumbent Stephen Richer is being challenged by 2 Republicans, State Representative Justin Heap and IT professional Don Hyatt. And at the center of this race is election integrity. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono was at the debate, and she is joining us from North Phoenix with more. Bianca?
The citizens just want to know who won.
I'll keep pointing back to the mail-in ballot.
I deal with facts and I deal with law.
A heated debate between Republican candidates vying to be the next Maricopa County Recorder, overseeing and maintaining millions of documents. But it's the recorder's role in elections, including voter registration and early voting, that's put this race in the national spotlight.
I hit the ground running. I can get things done.
Stephen Richer is the incumbent, elected back in 2020. He's become a target for those who claim the 2020 and 2022 elections were stolen, and election integrity was the primary issue debated on Monday afternoon.
We have never lost a court case. If you have a problem with how we are administering the elections, if you don't think we're complying with the law, then sue. But we have won every single court case because we follow the law.
Justin Heap, a conservative state representative, and Don Hyatt, an IT professional, are challenging Richer. Hyatt stated he believes the 2020 and 2022 elections were stolen.
I'm the data guy, okay? I'm the person who knows what goes on behind the scenes with data systems.
Heap, who accused Richer of not being transparent, was asked the same question.
As a civil liberties attorney, I don't make statements that I can't prove, but what I can say is 2 things. That there were inconsistencies and illegalities that were happened. I do not believe laws were followed.
It's important to keep tabs on how the election denial movement has evolved to the smallest levels of government.
The nonpartisan States United Democracy Center tracks the election denial movement. They say if a candidate is not willing to acknowledge the results of the 2020 election, they represent a threat to future elections.
It is an example of how somebody taking a position like this could undermine the very system they're running to protect.
In Phoenix, Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. We're just days away from the first presidential debate, with President Biden and former President Trump set to take the stage on Thursday night. But before our coverage of the debate begins, we want to hear from you about the issues that matter most to you in this election. You can share your thoughts on our Decision 2024 survey. Join the conversation by using the camera on your mobile device to scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. You can also go to 12news.com/tell12. We'll include the results as part of our debate coverage. And 12 News will carry the CNN presidential debate this Thursday night beginning at 6 o'clock. That will be followed by the Olympic track and field trials. And then join us at 9 o'clock for a special edition of 12 News featuring debate analysis as we focus on the issues that matter most to Arizonans. That's all coming up this Thursday right here on 12 News.